Welcome back to Dinar Daily, your go-to source for the most pivotal updates impacting the Iraqi dinar and Vietnamese dong investment communities. We're here today with a broadcast that many have waited years, even decades, to hear. The moment you've been preparing for has arrived, and it's a testament to the patience and conviction you've held. This isn't just another speculative report. It's a confirmed financial event unfolding in real time. The long-anticipated revaluation of the Iraqi dinar is no longer a rumor. It's an operational reality that has officially launched this September. This represents a monumental shift on the global financial stage, and we're going to walk you through every critical detail. On the morning of September 9, 2025, a wave of confirmation began to sweep through financial circles across the United States and international markets. The news was met with a sense of both relief and exhilaration as it signaled the official start of the Iraqi dinar's revaluation, a development that countless individuals have followed and prepared for over the past 2 decades. These aren't isolated reports. This is a comprehensive, coordinated launch. It has been confirmed that multiple Tier 1 banks, including prominent names like Wells Fargo, Chase, HSBC, and Bank of America, have released internal communications and guidance to their staff regarding the new currency procedures. This is not a drill. It's a live, operational rollout. The evidence supporting this massive financial shift is compelling and comes from multiple verified sources. We've seen confirmed screenshots from bank terminals displaying the revalued rates for the Iraqi dinar. Furthermore, Tier 1 and Tier 2 redemption centers have received official alerts, and the internal processing codes required for handling these transactions have been unlocked within secure banking systems. This is all part of a larger plan that has passed the highest levels of regulatory review and coordination, with sources indicating that the U.S. Treasury has given the green light for international exchange procedures to begin. For those who have been part of this journey, this moment is the culmination of tireless research and patient waiting. According to multiple verified reports from these Tier 1 banking institutions, the new live currency rates are now active and visible on internal exchange screens as of September 9, 2025. These values provide the first tangible proof that the new system is up and running for public redemption. The most significant figure being reported is the Iraqi dinar IQD, which is now showing a confirmed on-screen rate of $4.52 per one IQD. This rate dramatically elevates the currency's global standing and is a strong indicator of Iraq's improving economic position on the world stage. It's the kind of change that can reshape financial futures. Alongside the Iraqi dinar, there are also reports indicating that the Vietnamese dong VND is in the process of activation. A transitional rate is currently appearing at $3.74 per 1,000 VND, though it's important to note that this rate is still being synchronized and may be subject to final adjustments as systems become fully operational. As for the Zimbabwe dollar, ZWL, it is listed as pending Tier 3 review and has only limited availability at select centers. This indicates that it has not yet reached a state of full public redemption. It's crucial to understand that these figures are the baseline screen rates, visible at standard bank terminals. For those in the Tier 4B category, there's still the potential for higher contract rates, which would involve structured appointments and non-disclosure agreements. At this very moment, several major U.S. banks have confirmed they are in active exchange mode, proving that the operational framework for currency redemption is no longer theoretical, but is functioning within the core of the U.S. financial system. Wells Fargo has emerged as a lead institution, reportedly handling the highest volume of Tier 4B appointments and utilizing its extensive nationwide branch and redemption center network. Chase Bank is also live with specific parameters in place, reportedly limiting initial IQD exchanges to a $10,000 note cap as a way to manage liquidity. HSBC is focusing on its Tier 3 and Tier 4B clients, while Bank of America is operational with limited redemption access in major urban areas. suggesting a phased rollout strategy. Redemption centers themselves are reportedly operating with extended hours from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. local time, and pre-booked appointments are required across the board. The verification protocols are strict, demanding government-issued identification, proof of currency ownership, and in some cases, additional financial disclosures for eligibility. Appointment portals are now live in states like Texas, Florida, California, and others, with more locations expected to come online as system capacity expands. The message is clear for investors who have waited for this day: the doors are open, but entry requires preparation, scheduling, and strict adherence to the official process. As this historic exchange unfolds, preparation is paramount. Redemption centers and Tier 1 banks are stressing that participants must arrive fully organized and equipped. This is a formal financial procedure with generational implications, not a casual transaction. Your essential checklist should start with a valid government-issued ID like a driver's license or passport, as this is a non-negotiable requirement for anti-money laundering, AML, and Know Your Customer (KYC) regulations. Without it, banks cannot legally process your transaction. This is the first and most critical step to ensure a smooth and compliant exchange. Next, you must bring the original physical currency notes you intend to redeem. It's highly recommended that you organize your bills by denomination to save time and reduce errors during the verification process. While not always mandatory, having proof of the currency's legality, such as original receipts from banks or authorized dealers, can add a layer of validation and help to streamline your processing. For those seeking structured payouts or contract rates, it's also advisable to bring a written exchange plan outlining your financial goals and preferences. For larger redemptions, be ready to sign a non-disclosure agreement (NDA) and to accept structured payout terms, and prepare for a follow-up appointment with a wealth management advisor. The phase known as Tier 4B, informally referred to as the Internet Group, has long been a topic of discussion in investor communities. Today, we can confirm that this group is now fully activated. Notifications are being sent out through various secure channels, including private text messages, verified email communications, and dedicated hotlines operated by the participating banks. Exchanges are being scheduled in carefully structured waves to maintain order and prevent bottlenecks. Wave 1 includes IQD holders with redemption values under $500,000, allowing banks to process smaller exchanges first as the systems adjust. Wave 2 is focused on combined IQD and VND holders who have verifiable bank receipts, giving priority to those who can demonstrate clear acquisition records. Wave 3 is dedicated to high-net-worth clients and strategic groups who may qualify for contract rates and structured wealth arrangements. Each of these waves has a 72-hour scheduling window, so participants must act promptly upon receiving their notice. If you haven't received a communication yet, it's important to check your email spam folders and text filters, as delays can occur. The activation of Tier 4B signals that the long period of preparation is now over and a new reality has begun. Economists and currency strategists are weighing in on the broader implications of this revaluation. Alan Matthews, a respected FX economist, sees this revaluation as a reflection of Iraq's re-entry into global economic maturity. He suggests that a $4.52 valuation places the IQD in line with regional benchmarks like the Kuwaiti dinar, signaling a new level of stabilization for Iraq's economy and its long-term integration with global energy markets. This perspective highlights that the revaluation is not just an isolated event but a significant indicator of Iraq's growing economic stability and power. From a different perspective, global currency strategist Karen Lee points to the pending role of the Vietnamese dong. She believes that the VND is positioned to revalue within 72 hours of the dinar's official launch. According to her analysis, Vietnam's consistent trade surplus, strong foreign direct investment, and manufacturing dominance all justify a higher peg and an expanded global role for the dong. These insights suggest that the revaluation is a coordinated event that will likely have a domino effect on other currencies. This is not just a national event but part of a much larger systemic shift. Insiders who have followed the operational mechanics of the revaluation, like James Callan, emphasize the importance of following procedures rather than getting caught up in the excitement. He stresses that Tier 4B exchange protocols have been rehearsed and stress-tested by the banks for this moment. For participants, this process is new, but for the institutions, it's a well-organized rollout. His advice is to stay calm, follow all instructions, and trust the process. These expert perspectives collectively suggest that the revaluation is part of a broader, global currency reset strategy aimed at balancing economic sovereignty, international liquidity, and overall market stability. While the focus today is on the Iraqi dinar, financial experts are quick to point out that this is a trigger event for something much larger, the Global Currency Reset, GCR. This is a coordinated effort among central banks and sovereign treasuries to rebalance the global financial system. We're already seeing reports of BRICS nations piloting gold-backed settlement systems, which poses a direct challenge to the long-standing reliance on the US dollar. At the same time, we're seeing a surge in USD liquidity as those redeeming IQD begin to reinvest heavily in domestic assets, from real estate to municipal bonds, effectively injecting new wealth back into American infrastructure. Internationally, central banks are reportedly engaged in a quiet debt realignment, using the newfound liquidity from currency resets to restructure sovereign obligations and reduce their reliance on high-interest external loans. These shifts point to the early stages of a multipolar financial world, where economic power is diversified across regions rather than being tied exclusively to the petrodollar system. Historians may one day look back on September 9, 2025, as a symbolic launch date for this new paradigm. Iraq may have been the spark, but the fire is global, and it signals a structural transformation in how nations trade, borrow, and balance power for holders of IQD, VND, or other revaluation-linked currencies. The immediate priority is clear: preparation and execution. While it's tempting to rush forward in excitement, the institutions are operating under carefully designed protocols, and success depends on following them precisely. Your first step should be to double-check the condition of your currency notes. Ensure they are not damaged or defaced, as banks may reject compromised notes. Sorting your bills by denomination and placing them in clearly marked bundles can significantly speed up the verification process and reduce processing time. Next, it is crucial to use only verified redemption hotlines or direct bank communications. To schedule your appointment, do not attempt to walk into random bank branches, as frontline tellers are often not authorized or trained for revaluation transactions. Once you have a confirmed appointment, arrive at least 15 minutes early with all your necessary documents organized and ready to go. This includes your government-issued ID, physical currency notes, and any relevant receipts or exchange plans you have prepared. During the exchange, remain calm, professional, and deliberate. Take the time to read every agreement carefully and be sure to ask for copies of all signed documents before you leave the redemption center. Upon completion of your exchange, you should immediately request a consultation with a wealth management professional. Licensed advisors can provide essential guidance on building a portfolio that includes retirement planning, creating trusts, charitable foundations, and tax-efficient investment vehicles. For participants accessing contract rates, a non-disclosure agreement (NDA) will likely be required, imposing a quiet period where you cannot discuss exchange details. This ensures both compliance and market stability. The focus then shifts to reinvestment opportunities, and many advisors recommend a diversified strategy that includes precious metals, low-risk U.S. bonds, and income-generating real estate. For years, those who believed in this journey endured skepticism and ridicule from family members, colleagues, and even financial professionals who dismissed the idea as a myth. Yet, you held your conviction, did your research, and waited patiently. Today's events are a powerful confirmation that your patience was not misplaced and that your resolve has paid off. This is a moment where critics fall silent and those who stayed the course step into a new financial reality. This isn't just about proving doubters wrong. It's about embracing the responsibility that comes with this financial transformation. You didn't endure years of waiting simply to falter at the finish line. You navigated years of uncertainty and quiet preparation to arrive at this very moment. You are now standing on a launch pad for a new chapter of your life, one where your newfound wealth can be used for personal stability, family security, and even community support. This is no illusion or hype. It is the reality you prepared for. Your mindset will determine whether you step into this new phase as a wise steward or as a passive recipient. Remember, the waiting was not in vain. It was preparation for this exact moment. The exchange event may feel like the finish line, but in reality, it's just the beginning of a new journey. After redeeming your currency, you will face a series of structured post-exchange realities. For those exchanging significant amounts, especially in Tier 4B, banks may offer structured payouts spread over a period of time, ensuring liquidity and preventing market disruption. You will be invited to meet with wealth management professionals who will guide you in creating portfolios and long-term asset protection strategies. This stage is about transforming a one-time financial event into sustainable wealth stewardship. For generations to come, one of the most powerful confirmations of this revaluation is not from financial institutions but from the community itself. Ordinary people who held onto their currency are now sharing their stories. We've heard from John S. in Texas, who said, "I walked in with 1 million dinar and walked out with financial freedom." It's real, folks. Latoya M. in Florida expressed her relief, stating, "That $4.52 exchange rate didn't just change my bank account. It changed my world." These first-hand accounts provide the most compelling evidence that the exchanges are not theoretical. Many. This is not only a financial reset but an emotional vindication after years of waiting and believing. With the excitement of this historic event comes the increased risk of fraud and scams. Experts are issuing a strong warning: do not under any circumstances exchange your currency with private individuals or unauthorized groups. Currency should only be redeemed through official banking institutions, verified redemption centers, or secure portals provided by Tier 1 banks. Mailing your currency is equally dangerous. Be cautious of malicious emails, texts, or social media messages that promise early redemption or special rates, as these are often phishing attempts designed to steal your personal and financial information. To stay safe, always follow official bank instructions and verify the legitimacy of any portal before entering personal data. Today is far more than just another date on the calendar. It is the culmination of decades of anticipation, skepticism, and perseverance. September 9, 2025, will be remembered as the day the Iraqi dinar was revalued and the world changed from millions of holders who dared to believe. For those who endured the waiting, the ridicule, and the doubt, this moment is confirmation that faith was not foolish and that patience has been rewarded. This is an invitation to become wiser and to use this new wealth strategically and responsibly. While the world sees numbers on a screen, for you, it is about stories fulfilled, burdens lifted, and doors open to possibilities that once seemed impossible. God, as you step into this new chapter, remember that this isn't just about money, it's about impact, stewardship, and legacy. The Dinar Daily is here to provide you with the facts and verified insights you need. We'll continue to cover breaking developments, including live confirmations of the Vietnamese dong activation, exclusive insights into contract offerings, and a detailed walkthrough of NDA clauses, so you know exactly what you're signing. This is your history unfolding, and it's a moment to be honored and protected. Stay vigilant, stay prepared, and step boldly into the future it has unlocked.